People will always have opinions.
If you're interested. I'm just joking. Where did I put it? Found it.
I was so nervous to be a beginner.
I'm just a girl. Officially register my business. So strange saying that out loud. And I love that feeling. I love whenever that happens. Nothing will happen if I feel uncomfortable and I leave.
Which is rubbish, because that would mean that my success depends on other people's decisions. I think there's this weird pressure that if something doesn't go the way you planned, it means you failed, which is kind of wild, because what else were you supposed to do? Not try? I used to think that failure was when something didn't go as planned, like I didn't hit a goal, or I looked back and thought that could have gone better. But lately I've started to realize that trying, especially when it's hard or uncomfortable, is the opposite of failing.
Good afternoon. It's actually the afternoon already. I've already had my lunch. I've already worked in the morning. I think this week in particular is going to be a very, very special week. And I think this week is going to be one I will look back for a very long time. Basically, hopefully this afternoon I'm going to officially register my business. So strange saying that out loud. I have been thinking about this for a long time. I've been working towards this moment for a long time as well. It's terrifying, but also very exciting. I feel like throughout the video I will give you more and more bits and pieces of information about the business, so I don't really want to bore you straight away with all the maybe a bit boring details. But I am a content marketer and I register a business in content marketing freelance. So if you're interested, I'm just joking. In terms of planning and setting things up, you reach a point where you can't do some things unless you've already registered. So I have officially reached that point in setting up my business where it would now be easier to have a registered business. That's really exciting. I'm very intrigued to know, how are we finding the reality TV style videos? I actually really enjoy making them and I think they can be fun to watch, but obviously that's a very biased opinion. So I'd be very happy if you could let me know what you think.
Sometimes I wonder if I was braver if no one was watching, because then it's not just whether you succeed, but also what people might think during that process. To me, it helps to remind myself that anyone who ever started doing something had to look like a beginner first. And people will always have opinions.
Touchdown, buzzer beater, do it all now, top corner talking home run. Touchdown, buzzer beater, do it all now, top corner like all in. Lit the fire when you doubted, now I'm all in. Put me with the best, bring the stars in. Undefeated mode, no falling. Doubted when I lost, slide back when I win. Fade and pay the cost, but I rose so thick and thin. Battles and the scars, see them on my skin. They tried to knock me out, but I'ma fight it to the end, and there's no days off. I'm just resting up a little, know it pays off.
Do I look like a doctor? Do I look like I'm about to go into surgery?
Not worried, I got no fear. Home run, touchdown, buzzer beater, do it all now, top corner talking home run. Touchdown, buzzer beater, do it all now, top corner like all in.
I have finished 2 TikToks now. Usually I like to batch film whenever I can 2 to 3 TikToks, especially if they're like talky ones with tips or like personal development stuff. Basically anything that is scripted, I like to bulk film as much as possible. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Batch film 2, hoping to get 1 more in, but I haven't decided which one that would be. And also I'd have to write that script first too, depending on whatever I want to do. So not really sure if that works out, but if not, then that's fine. One thing I like to do whenever I batch film is change my clothes so that whenever I'm filming, I'm not always wearing the same, simply because then it doesn't look like I film everything on the same day. I'm very pleased. I think those videos will come out really, really nicely. I have that feeling that excites me, and I love that feeling. I love whenever that happens.
Get you some binoculars.
In my opinion, the kind of goals you set really shape the way you see yourself as well. For example, I've been posting on TikTok for around 4 months now, and I've gained 350 followers, which is wild because that means that 350 actual people decided to hit follow. However, social media likes to tell us that unless you hit X thousands of followers within the first week or months, you fail, which is rubbish because that would mean that my success depends on other people's decisions. Instead, I can use those numbers to analyze why people might not hit follow as often, and once I come up with a reason, I adjust my goals accordingly. For example, post 7 times a week in April. And then I check again whether that helped anything with growth, because I am in control of my posting schedule. But a goal to hit XYZ amount of followers by a certain time, I don't know. I think that just sets you up to feel discouraged and to give up.
Had my heat protectant in my hand like 10 minutes ago. Where did I put it? Found it. Washing your hair in the morning is like a chore and a half. Usually I try and do it in the evening or whenever I'm going out. As if I ever go out. I mean like going for dinner or something. So the plan for today is I'm going to my first ever networking event. So the event is in the afternoon, so I still have the whole morning to get some work done, film some content for next week. Had lunch, I filmed 2 TikToks, I scripted 3, as in I scripted 3 and I filmed 2 of them. Now I'm getting ready for the event. Obviously this is not what I'm going to wear. Or is it? Honestly, I'm trying not to overthink it, and nothing will happen if I feel uncomfortable and I leave. Like, it's fine.
I think sometimes we like to confuse failure with being visible while learning. Like somehow it's embarrassing to be seen making mistakes. And I'm the same. We expect our first draft to look like someone else's final version. Trying doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It means that you cared enough to show up for yourself. And honestly, that's something to be proud of. biggest shifts in my life started with something that seemed pretty small, and that was deciding to go to the gym. And I was so nervous to be a beginner. Over time, I realized that no one at the gym actually cares what you're doing as much as you think they do. You know, over time, I just got more and more confident with my gym workouts. So what I'm trying to say is that we underestimate how powerful small steps can be just because they don't look impressive right away. But growth isn't about extremes, it's about showing up again and again. And this reminds me of my favorite quote actually, that goes, "You don't have to be extreme, just consistent."
The last clip you saw was probably, I can't really remember, but probably when I was preparing for the networking event. And that was on Friday, and it currently is Sunday evening. Yeah, I think it was okay. It was good. I had some lovely chats. I realized that I have quite a hard time starting a conversation because naturally I'm a very introverted person. I love having conversations, but I just have such a hard time starting them with strangers. I was happy with how it went, and I'm just happy that I started doing that, because starting is the hardest part, isn't it? Today, I have still some time left, basically to sort my life out before the new week. Today especially, I feel the Sunday scaries a little bit. Like, I know that tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, I will have to do some grown-up things like doing calls, insurances and stuff. Like, I'm just a girl. But I've decided to work against the Sunday scaries. I'm going to make myself a big bowl of popcorn once I'm done sorting everything out.
The more I think about it, the more it makes sense. We call it failing because it didn't go viral instantly, or it didn't look impressive from the start. What if trying itself is a success? What if that quiet effort without the applause, without the numbers, is what actually builds everything?
Home run, touchdown, buzzer beater, do it all now. All now, top corner talking home run. Touchdown, buzzer beater, do it all now. All now, top corner like